In 1987, while negotiating the release of hostages in Beirut, Lebanon, Terry Waite was taken hostage himself and held in captivity for 1,763 days. As one of the many distinguished guest lecturers on Silversea Cruises, Waite reveals how he survived solitary confinement for nearly 5 years.
Every time. And of course I was captured. And I spent, what was it, almost 5 years in captivity. And 4.5 of those years were in very strict solitary confinement. Now you may say, God, we're coming on holiday on a cruise. Is that a subject to listen to? But the fact of the matter is that, the story is told. And you might say it reads a bit like an adventure story, because sometimes truth is very much stranger than fiction. There are many events in that story which are really quite remarkable. And then of course there's a point in the story where I go through an extreme situation of being in extreme solitary confinement, without speaking to anybody, no pencil and paper, no radio, no TV. And I lived life right on the edge. Now again you may say, what has that got to do with ordinary life? But I'm reminded of some words I read some years ago, where someone said it is from the extremes in life that you can take understandings that are applicable to normal life. Many people find as the story unfolds that they can make their own applications and say, yeah, that rings true for me also. Not that they have suffered solitary confinement, but for example, how to deal with loneliness. A lot of lonely people. How do you deal with that? How to deal with being apart from your friends and family, as many people have to be. How to deal with the suffering that occurs in life. You know, many people come on a ship and they come because perhaps they've been given they have a very serious medical condition. Not that it be obvious to anybody, but they know it themselves. And they've gone through a lot of suffering. Well, how do you deal with that? Is there a way of dealing with it creatively? Now, many ordinary people have found that way, but sometimes they can find a linkage through what they've experienced related to what I've experienced. And so, I think I've been lecturing on ships now, on and off, for almost 30 years. And I'm glad to say I've always found that the lectures are full.